over the line for Monday, November 17th. What is Thanksgiving? We're getting close now.
It's a week away from Thursday.
Oh, wow. Are you going
You
back?
got your turkey?
No. Are you going back to Louisiana?
I'm leaving Friday because my nephew Zach
Okay.
and the Turlings Rebels are in the Louisiana State football playoffs, undefeated.
Oh, wow.
So I'm hoping to leave in time on Friday to get to the game.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Go Rebels.
So we got a lot to talk about. Of course,
Oh, boy.
Cowboys play tonight, Monday Night Football, against the Raiders. We're going to talk about that. Emotional, probably going to be a really emotional night for them. And we'll talk all about that. But Packers, yesterday, they held off the Giants.
Hell yeah, the mighty Giants.
Third string quarterback, third string everywhere, but they held them off.
For the Giants, we had a raging Cajun on the field, Dalen Cambry. He balled out. Good for him. Proud of that kid.
Probably the biggest, proudest moment for me, Jeff Stone, was this picture.
Oh, yeah.
What a proud moment for me. Brought tears to my eyes.
Broke my heart.
Look at that. I knew I was getting to her. I knew it. It was slow, but I knew it. And look it. It only took a boy to change her team for good.
A questionable boy at that.
Cam Broussard, I'm so happy. Happy. I mean, this is like the biggest day that I've ever had, I think.
That's pretty sad.
I know, but I mean,
that's the biggest day you've ever had.
When I can change her dad, her daughter, his daughter, right there, his, into a Packer fan, that's huge. That's just huge.
It's a sad moment for me.
And not only that, but wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey. Aaron Rodgers.
I think you're just reading way too much into it.
And then, you know what caps it all off? You know what the biggest thing is?
What's that?
Is how happy she looks wearing it. Look at that. She has never had a smile like that with a Cowboy jersey on, ever. Look at that.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Wow. Just beaming.
I'm glad that
happiness.
Your day was made.
Unbelievable.
Because of that.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Cam. That is Tracy's daughter. She has left the Cowboys. But I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel like everybody was abandoning you. Look at this. Your friend, your best friend, look at this. Shows up. Can't see that, but got the Dallas pullover on too.
I don't know if that's good luck. I think that's a bad omen.
It's good luck.
They need all the help they can get.
So it's going to be a big night tonight, but we'll talk about that. Packers, Tracy, let's just first of all, I always ask you, Ragin' Cajuns, what's going on?
So they were on a bye week.
Okay.
We're playing Thursday night against Arkansas State on ESPN.
Oh.
So we have to win out.
That might be the only time that I don't root for the Ragin' Cajuns.
Come on, man.
Well, I kind of, Arkansas State's kind of like home to me, second home.
Man, listen, that's just ridiculous. That place is terrible.
Still have a lot
horrible place.
A lot of friends that, get on here sometimes and they view what we're doing. So Arkansas State, the Red Raiders against the Ragin' Cajuns Thursday night, ESPN for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be ESPN.
All right.
7:30. So we got to win out. And so we talked last time about us beating Texas State. 13 in a row. And they started a fight after the game.
Right.
Well, one of our players, Tyree Skipper, is done for the season.
Oh.
Several players got suspended on both sides, but no one was suspended for the rest of the season except Tyree Skipper. I'm not even talking about the Bobcats. They started the fight. So it's kind of that's a bunch of bull crap, if you ask me.
A lot of things going on in college ball and pro ball that doesn't seem to make sense on their rulings.
But yeah, we got to win out. We have to, in order to keep our bowl hopes alive. We got Arkansas State, and then the following Saturday, Saturday after Thanksgiving, we got ULM. We beat them.
You're in.
We're going to the bowl game. Let's go.
New Orleans.
Yeah, up more than likely. And then, man, my basketball team, my Cajuns basketball team, they lost to Tulane.
I saw that.
And then got basically boat raced by McNeese.
Ooh.
Yeah, McNeese has got a good program, though. They got that ex-coach from LSU.
Right.
But still, you can't be going down I-10 and losing like that.
So you're saying that some good things do come out of LSU?
What are you talking about? McNeese is in Lake Charles.
Yeah, but you said the coach is from LSU.
There was thankfully he left. He got in trouble, actually. Shocker. He got kicked out. I think it was some kind of recruiting or money violation thing, which now is probably legal.
It's legal.
So, yeah.
That's so ridiculous on that they still put these. They should be taking that off of everybody's whoever got caught with that years ago or whatever. It should be just done. It should be wiped from their names.
Yeah,
because it's all.
I guess something good did come out of LSU for McNeese. But McNeese, man, they got to the tournament last year, so they're a good squad.
Okay.
And our next game is tomorrow night. We got a West Coast run. We got Stanford on Tuesday. And then Friday, we're playing Santa Clara. Hopefully we can beat them. And
Santa Clara's got a good team this year.
I don't know. It's going to be a tough run. Then they finish their West Coast run on Monday, the 24th, at UC Davis.
That one should be a win for you guys.
Then they come back. Here's what I'm excited about. So I'll be in Louisiana for Thanksgiving. We play Jackson State the Friday after Thanksgiving.
So you'll be there.
I will be there.
Nice.
Hopefully the dome gets packed, but it probably won't.
Then there's before I talk about my Packers, I want to show one more picture to everybody.
Hey, I'm drinking right now, by the way.
And then take a look at this one, because this is another picture that makes me very happy. There's my little boy. There's my little boy. Look at him. His name is Tracy Prince.
Weird.
Yes, he's named after Tracy.
God, so weird. That creeps me out. Bad.
And he's named after Prince Nelson, who I think was and will always be one of the greatest musicians to ever play an instrument and one of the great writers. A lot of people don't realize how good a writer that guy was.
He wrote some great songs, man.
Oh, so, and then
just say the least.
We got to start out with the only reason why I'm addressing this is because they wrote to me in Facebook and they said, what do you two guys know about being depressed? What do you two guys know about, having some gray in your lives?
Hold on. Somebody did that?
Yeah, somebody, because we took some time out of their sports to talk about and tried to, give a hand to people that are having trouble, get out there, get some help, talk to somebody. And, number one, I'm not going to go into my whole gray because we'd be here for a year.
And then if I went into mine, we'd be that much longer. So,
and the thing is that it doesn't make a difference where you come from, what you're doing. It makes no difference. How this, can take over you. It can be anything that makes you go into that mode where you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it is can be very dark, And we've both experienced that. And yes, somebody said, thank God that me and you talk the way we do, because we do talk about some things that sometimes get real dark.
Oh yeah.
And it's true that we have each other to do that. But when we go on about our situation, we're talking a little bit of experience here, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We're not just jumping on a bandwagon.
Yeah,
No, I've been through it, you've been through it, and it's our show, and we can talk about whatever the hell we want to.
exactly. And that was my next point. If I wanted to sit up here and talk Blake Shelton for an hour, I'll do it.
God, no, that'd be horrible.
And how mean he is to me and everything.
No,
I could do
no.
that. But I choose to be in a happier place. So I talk about the Green Bay Packers when they win. I yell when they lose. And I yell that I want LaFleur fired when they win or lose.
So you just want them gone either way.
So either way. So we thank you for the nice note that you gave me. I hoped, but as I've seen, you didn't send it to Tracy. But next
Yeah,
time, share the note.
exactly. I'd love to hear it,
Tracy
and
would
I'd
love
love to
to.
talk with them.
Yeah, Tracy'd love to sit down and talk. Go ahead.
Yeah.
He's on Facebook. You can add him when you're sending me a note. Just add him to it,
Oh yeah.
and we all get it then.
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy. So,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you, giving us a shot to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it as it comes up. We'll talk
Of
about
course. It's
it.
life. Everybody needs to talk about it. Just because that person that was kind enough to send us some constructive criticism has a perfect life.
Right.
Well, let's find out how perfect it is, and maybe they can help us
Or
impart wisdom.
think that we just because we have some things going our way or whatever, that we have the perfect life.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because one sits on stage with Mr. Shelton and drums for 2 hours, 2.5 hours a night.
Oh man, not even that long.
Oh, well, but has that big job to do that everybody says, well, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. But there's a lot of things that you had to go through to get to that. Because I remember the 150 that showed up.
Oh yeah. Oh,
at a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remember, somebody, bringing them to a little small town in Wisconsin, and then having that star sit up there, do his show. Then afterwards, sat at his bus and signed autographs while people walked out and said, "Oh, yeah, that was a good show." But then 5 years later, say, "Jeff, can you get me tickets to see Blake?
Oh yeah.
So I can get a picture?" Well, you had a chance to get a picture 4 years ago.
Heck yeah, and it'd be worth more now.
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
But it's funny how that works, I guess. When,
Mm-hmm.
when you become that star,
Yep.
So, okay, that's getting rid of some of the dirty laundry this week.
Yeah, put out the trash.
Putting out the trash first right now. And then there was one other thing that I wanted to bring up. I don't know what it was. It wasn't something negative. But so anyway, let's get to the Packers. Packers beat the Giants 27-20. Everybody, pretty much on my Twitter, on my X, the whole lines are all saying, "Oh, they're back, they're back, they're back." People, go back and watch the game. That's all I ask you to do, is go back. I know all of you want to be so positive, and you want to continue the fact that that LaFleur is the best play caller in NFL and all this stuff. All right, and that's fine, but go back, because there's 2 touchdowns by Christian Watson. They were unbelievable catches. Unbelievable. And Jordan threw one that probably should have been knocked down. And Willis threw one just up. And who knows how he caught both of them. But the guy is an exceptional talent. A talent, Tracy, that I still believe, and you know that I've been saying this since he came out of college, and we didn't get a chance to see the true Christian Watson until he played the Cowboys that year. But this guy, healthy, is a legit wide receiver number one. Legit. And he deserves a big contract. Will he get it from the Packers? I sure hope so. Because of all the things that he does. He came in and now he's catching the ball with his hands. Stuff that they say, well, you can't really teach them. They just got to, they got to learn that. Well, they taught him because somehow he has changed his whole, his whole catching. But one thing you can never teach, never in a million years, is speed. And his speed is elite. I've been a big fan of Christian Watson. I didn't care about the drops that we had early on in his career. I could care less. And I didn't even really care about the injuries, the hamstrings and stuff like that. Now, last year when he, blew up the knee, yeah, that was bad. But his hamstrings and that, people forget, Tracy, that back in the 90s, Reggie White almost didn't play in a Super Bowl because of a hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else had bad hamstrings? Clay Matthews. Bad hamstrings. But we seem to forget that. We seem to forget that the lean machine of Christian Watson, that he should hold up with those hamstrings. What's the first thing to go on a sprinter? It's the hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Got to play through it. You got to get them healthy and go. And we're finding that out right now with Christian Watson. I still say LaFleur doesn't know how to use his personnel because Golden should be getting just as much touches as anybody. And we're not. It's just he doesn't know how to do it. We got this rookie, this Williams. He's getting more balls than what Golden's getting. And that was one of the balls I said that Jordan Love just put up there. And, for some reason, some of those balls Jordan Love puts up, they come down in the Packers' hand. I don't know how it's happening. I don't get it. But it's not because of his exceptional arm talent. I'm telling you right now. You get some good players back there on defense, there's going to be problems. They're going to knock the ball down, and they're going to intercept the ball. And it probably is going to happen where they intercept it. So where do I sit with the Packers? I love the win. They needed to win. It would have been nice to see the Packers win by a lot. But you take the win. It's the NFL, and you move on. Now, they go to the Vikings. Vikings had a rough one against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Bears are
back.
Bears are number one in the division, Chris Neville. Chris Neville, my friend.
Take that.
Here in Door County, Wisconsin. Chris Neville, the Bears are number one.
Division winners if the season ended today.
Chris, be happy about that, all right? Because I don't think it's going to be there at the end of the year.
Uh-oh.
So, and I'm not saying that the Packers are going to win either. But, and I don't know about the Lions after last night.
Me neither.
Dan Campbell took that whole thing back, and now he's running on fourth down like he always, I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, where the Packers go from here, Tracy, and I know you told me this for years because of Dak, I just don't know if Jordan Love is the guy. I'm at that point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the guy can do it between the ears. That's where I think I'm having the problems. We all know that he's got a flaw in his giddy up with this throwing. We all know that he loves to throw off his back foot and not get anything on the ball. That's why the ball is floating. We all know that. But if he can't start picking people up after the first look, second look, he's got to look. If he's in trouble, he's got to look at all the different areas where these guys are supposed to be. and he's got to make good throws. Tracy, he's throwing the ball sometimes where guys are getting killed. They're going to get killed, the receivers.
Yeah.
And you can't do that either. And the thing is, I'm worried. I'm not kidding you. I think it's between the ears.
Mm.
And if that's the problem, there's no fixing that. And I think we've seen all of Jordan Love's progress right now. This is Jordan Love.
Oh, this is him.
And it's $54 million worth. In my mind, he's not worth it. But as you always tell me, it's a going rate for the quarterback.
Yeah, and he's the best one you got.
And
Malik Willis ain't going to be the answer. So,
but the one thing I did like about Malik is he come out, Tracy, and he drove him right down the field. And not only that, but he did that option, zone read, and took off running. And that we expect that from Jordan Love. We thought that was going to be part of his game and everything, but we're not seeing it like we saw Malik. Malik is a runner. Malik can throw it. So I don't know. I really like the energy that the Packers showed when he came on the field. I really do. That's not because I'm down on Love. I'm thinking that we've seen the growth. I think Love has grown up. I think this is what Love is. Kind of like what Dak Prescott is.
Mm-hmm.
I just, and all of us here in Wisconsin, yourself, we got spoiled for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
30 years. We got spoiled. We don't know what it was like to have struggling. The only ones like me old enough to remember, the 70s and 80s of the Green Bay Packers, where it was a struggle at quarterback. But for the last 30 years, if you were born, you don't even understand that because you had 2 Hall of Famers and you were hoping, praying that this was the 3rd Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he can't be a Hall of Famer. I'm just saying that he needs more help to be that Hall of Famer than what Rodgers and Favre needed.
Yeah.
And that's where I said that you have to be smarter and you have to be able to lead. Those are the 2 shortcomings, I think, for Jordan Love. That's me personally saying that. But I just don't see it because I see these same passes that everybody raves about. Oh, you had a great game because he got this one. Well, let's take those 4 passes that everybody raves about and let's say 2 of them drop. One of them gets intercepted and the other one, just gets batted down by the defense. Now what kind of game did he have? I think you got to look at that because if you go back and watch the game and watch his plays, those passes were not the one to Christian Watson at the end for the 27th for the 26 score, 6 points. That was put on supposedly the back shoulder. Christian turned around, caught it, threw some hands and all that kind of stuff. But that was a great throw, I guess you could say. But he ripped it there. I mean, he saw it at the last moment and he ripped it there. And thank God for Christian Watson pulling it out of the air with his hands. And like I said, I believe he's elite. They need to get him the ball and everything they can. And whatever you do, don't give him on an end around. We don't need him killed.
I don't think that should be eliminated for any starting wide receiver, a 1 or 2. You leave those plays to the 3rd guy or someone coming off the bench. CD Lamb got hurt on a stupid handoff going around.
I don't think you need to use them at running back like Samuel.
Nope.
So the Packers, great win, needed the win, needed to beat the Giants because they were supposed to beat the Giants. And I go back and I go, if we would have had great quarterback play with a great head coach, we would be sitting here undefeated. And I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And when you're in those games, even that tie game, even though there was a lot of points, when you're in those games, the elite of elite quarterbacks win that game. When you're in a game 13-10, 16-13, great quarterbacks win those games. You can't expect the defense to hold up all the time. You just can't. So
Yeah.
great to see Micah Parsons come through at the end there and get the quarterback and all that. But it was great. It was just a great win. Defense played well. Was a little worried when Giants went right down the opening kickoff. Boom, went down, scored the touchdown. But like I said, every defense is going to have a little bit of breakdown every once in a while. So the Packers, Minnesota Vikings this week. I hope they can beat the Vikings. I hope it's not another one of those games where we're going to be after the game going, well, LaFleur needs to be fired now.
Oh, yeah, back and forth, up and down.
Because you got to take a stance either way. And the people that like the fact that John Gruden coming back to coach in NFL, I'd love it. I'd love it. But I don't know if you remember, Tracy, back, it was a few years ago. It was back when Chris Sims was playing in Tampa, was a rookie, I believe. And it was an NFL Films. And he had to go in the huddle after Gruden in practice. After Gruden in practice, I told him, okay, here's the play. Tells him the play. And Sims goes back into the huddle 4 feet away from Gruden and said about 3 words of the play, and it still had about 17 words that he had to go through. And he was like, man, I don't think Jordan Love could be able to do that. And I'm not saying it takes a special brain to be able to do that. Special.
So you're saying he's not smart?
I'm saying that he's not capable of doing that.
Oh.
I don't think.
Well, I think you're putting the cart way before the horse, because I don't think that LaFleur is getting fired. You might want him fired, but he's not going anywhere this season.
You don't think if they don't beat the Vikings and they don't beat the Bears, there's a chance that he still takes his job the next year? Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you I don't think you understand the part, even though that you have a division too, that if you keep losing to the Eagles, or say you lose to the Giants 2 years, like 2 years in a row, twice, like lose 4 games in 2 years against the Giants. You don't think the Cowboys the fans would be wanting the head coach's butt?
Oh, they want him all the time. I think, okay, so you guys, unless you have this huge breakdown, you're going to make the playoffs. Now, is it, if you get to the playoffs and you're out, at what point do you have to get to the Super Bowl to save his job, or what, in your opinion, salvages his job?
Do you think we're guaranteed a playoff?
I would think if you can get rid of the up and down play, but also your coach is who he is, right, wrong, or indifferent. We know, what LaFleur is. I mean, yes, you'll get to the playoffs.
So that means that the Seahawks aren't going to have a good rest of the year?
I don't believe much in them, man, because Darnold started seeing ghosts again. That's a bad omen.
All right. Because that division's going to have a couple, I would think, coming.
Oh, yeah. That's what we haven't gotten to the Cowboys.
So if the
they ain't making the playoffs, bro.
So what about the Bears and the Lions are 1-2 in the division? You still think the Packers still can go to the playoffs?
I don't. Just looking at it, I don't really believe in the Bears. I believe more in the Packers. And if Detroit keeps playing like they are, with Dan Campbell making the questionable play calls, I mean, they could self-destruct.
They could.
So all the Packers have to do is finish out, the rest of the season, and
which they got
Vikings, You got back-to-back. Viking, you got 3. Okay, we'll know something in 4 weeks, Jeff.
Right.
You got the Vikings, Lions, and Bears all back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
In your opinion, you got to win all 3 of those?
You have to.
You have to. And then that way you move up to first place in the division. But let's say you drop one of those division games. You got the Bears twice, and you got the Vikings twice to finish the season.
So you can only, out of those games, you can only drop the Lions game on Thanksgiving Day.
And then you got the Broncos and the Ravens. So minus the Broncos and Ravens, all of your games are division games. So that's a gauntlet for you guys.
I thought they could beat the Broncos and Ravens. Now I don't think they can.
I think you can. I'm not up on the Ravens much. Broncos, if Sean Payton would just try to quit tackling referees, he'd be okay. Maybe he should play defense.
I don't know. I'm not as confident as what you are right now, thinking they can make the playoffs. I really am not. I just don't see it. I see a good defense. I don't see a great defense. Micah, somebody, like I've been telling you for 3 weeks, somebody has to step up in the defensive line other than Micah Parsons. You can't expect him getting 3 people on him and the other guy's not doing nothing. You can't be having your other guys being neutralized by one person when Micah's taken 3. Come on. So a good defense, yes. Great defense, no.
I think they're still evolving. Mike is going to feel more and more comfortable as they go on. And then when you introduce the dynamic of Micah Parsons to any defense, it's going to take some adjusting. So those other guys around him, and then whatever scheme, I haven't heard any negative stuff about Micah not playing within the scheme or kind of going rogue, which he kind of did that in Dallas.
Right.
He may line up in this spot, but he was just trying to make the impact play. I think there's still some growing to do on the Packers defense and adjusting to the Micah Parsons element. So you still got time. I mean, these next games, you got to figure it out.
Next 3 are critical, I think.
Oh, yeah.
For the Packers season.
Yes.
We will. We'll see. In 4 weeks, we're going to see where we're at with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
And I believe in those 3 weeks, I don't know if LaFleur has to win the Super Bowl, but I think he has to win the next 3 weeks to keep his job.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I think.
All right.
And I hope the Packers can win. I have not got to the point yet. Somebody said, well, a Packer fan who considers himself a big Packer fan, I just hope the Packers lose the Giants so that LaFleur's gone. I haven't come to that yet. Because the only reason why I haven't come to that yet is because if we're having a rough time with LaFleur's play calling, who's going to be the guy to finish out the year, and what has he done play calling? Whoever that guy is, who would we have? Hackett?
Yeah.
I that's the only thing that where I sit there and say, yeah, I want him fired, and I want him gone today. But when you look at it, who would you get to take over?
That's a lot of times that's the issue.
So
you might not like who you have, but who you're going to get.
Right. So
and you want to talk about hanging on to a coach for way too long, talk to the Cowboys.
Right. I see him every Sunday night talking about how he loves Dallas and everything else. And you could tell he's generally sad that he was let go from that position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad in itself. So 3 weeks, next 3 weeks, mark them down. It'll be the Lions, starting out with the Vikings, Lions, Bears. Vikings, Lions, Bears. Next 3 weeks. But Chris Neville, when you watch this back, congratulations. Your Bears are in first place on November 17th, 2025. Now, I don't know what that wins you, but you're in first place today. So way to go. All right.
And as of now, if the season ended today, Philadelphia has a bye. Then it's Los Angeles, Chicago, Tampa, Seattle, Green Bay is in the 6th spot. So you just got to keep winning. And Detroit, they are actually in the 8th spot. So they're not in right now. So
the other part of that too is when people talk, they go, boy, if the Packers go in as anything other than a first seed, they got to get that one game off. Just remember when the Packers made the run with Aaron Rodgers for the Super Bowl in 2010, they were a 6 seed. Rodgers put him on a run, put him on his back, and they ran through the whole thing. That's when they beat the Bears twice. They beat the Bears to get in, and then they beat the Bears when they got in. And then he went to, what was it, Atlanta, I think? Was it Atlanta then?
Uh-huh.
And Rodgers had a heck of a game in that game, but the defense showed up in that game big time. So just remember that. You get in, like we always say on everything, you get in, things can change, and you can't get in on a run. So let's see what happens. But I really thought 2 years ago, that the Jordan Love we were all going to see was the Jordan Love that went to Dallas, Texas, and beat the Cowboys. That's the guy I thought we were going to have. But I don't think we got that. So,
and you also played against the crappy Dallas defense, so we'll make anybody look good.
So speaking of the Cowboys defense, tonight you get the new guy going to play, and then you also get your linebacker back, I heard.
Yes. Man. Oh, I'm so happy that we actually have something to look forward to. And the way I look at it, our defense can't get any worse. So having Quinnen Williams, I think he's going to help out again. It's going to be great.
Yep.
DeMarvion Overshown, please stay healthy, my man, because he's a talent. And then Shavon Revel, I think that's his name, cornerback that we drafted. He's going to be playing a little bit. And Overshown, he will be on a sort of a pitch count because they want to take it easy. He basically destroyed his knee. So he'll be in, but man, I'm really, really looking forward to having him there. And I'm not saying one person can fix the defense, but maybe a combination of people could. And still, honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about what's going on with Trayvon Diggs. Haven't heard anything since he had an incident at his home. So I'm not
cut his hand or cut.
No, he got it. It's like it was a concussion.
Oh,
from something, but it was really sketchy. And I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna check the injury report, see if there's anything on there. I will say this: the Dallas Cowboys website is pretty useless. There's no information on that. Anyways, I'm curious. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with if Trayvon's even going to play, if he's even active. So defensively, we still got the Eberflus problem, but we're also playing the Raiders. But anyway, we've seen this whole season. You look at a game, you're like, oh, we should win that. We either lose or barely win. Now, there will be some emotions involved because it's the first game since Marshawn Nealon's passing. Everyone's emotional. I'm not. I hope that they use it as a rallying point to just beat the brakes off of the Raiders. The Cowboys need a win very badly, and they have no room for error the rest of the season. And if they lose this game, it's over. They are not making the playoffs. It's done. Shut it down. Get ready for next year. And that's just the way I feel. They have to win out. And they could even win out and still not make the playoffs, depending on whatever else is going on.
Right.
So as of right now, they are 11 in the playoff race. Only 7 get in. So, yeah, you need to start making up. You got to really get some victories, start stacking wins, which they haven't done all season. We talked about this a few weeks ago before the Broncos game and before the Cardinals game. They had to win those. And then we felt that the Raiders would be a win. And then you have the Chiefs, and then you have the division play. You got the Eagles. You got to finish up that. So there wasn't room for error then, and there's even more so now. So
do you think the Chiefs? What do you think about the Chiefs?
I will not count them out until they don't make the playoffs.
Right.
You never can. Look at what they've done. Their whole since Andy Reid's been there and since Mahomes has been there, you can't ever count them out.
So
and I think they just slow play. They're not doing it on purpose, but they find a way to win. And that's the way I feel about the Eagles.
I think
at first I thought that the Eagles, well, they're not that good. The mark of a good team is when they find ways to win. And right, wrong, or different, that's what the Eagles are doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got – you want to talk about your 3-game stretch. I mean, we got the Raiders, and then we got the Eagles, and then we got the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. And then after that, we got the Lions. So we will have, thankfully – the bye week came at a good time, and it gave them, I think, time to deal with Marshawn's passing and process all that and be ready to go. I couldn't imagine them having to turn around and play another game within that week because they played on Monday night and then they play on Sunday. But luckily they had to bye. So
offensively, anything that you see where the Cowboys really have to perform tonight offensively that maybe they haven't up until this point?
I think that's oddly enough one of the most consistent things about the Cowboys has been their offense. They've got to score because our defense can't stop anyone. And if our defense could just stop maybe a few teams and prevent some scores, one thing that I recall what they have to do in this game, score on the opening drive and not a field goal. If you get the ball, you have to score a touchdown, and your defense has to get a stop. All too often, I see them fart around, get in the red zone, get a penalty, go for it on 4th down, and get no points. And then the other team just drives down the field and scores. That can't happen. If we get the ball, we have to drive down and score a touchdown. And our defense has to get a stop. Then you start to take a breath. Be like, okay, it is the Raiders. Look at their record. They're not a good team. Let's impose our will. But if they keep the Raiders hanging around, the Cowboys cannot fight. They cannot play any team like that. If they let a team hang around, and when the offense is forced to make plays, that shrinks the window for Dak to make mistakes. If you know your defense can get some stops, you can kind of play a little more loose. But you know your defense can't stop anybody. You're going to throw the ball, and you're going to be a little tight about it because you know you have to score.
Right.
Because you're not allowed that mistake. Quietly, our run game has been pretty solid. And, of course, our receivers are good. You know, I like CD, of course, Pickens, getting some other guys involved. I think Turpin's going to have a big game because I don't think the Raiders' special teams is very good. I'm going to predict Turpin's going to have at least a kickoff or touchdown, return for a touchdown. He's going to return one of those.
I think.
Because he's due for one.
I think Ferguson is going to have a big game because I don't see the Raiders covering him on their defense. So I think that'll open up a lot of the CD and Pickens if they can start, pushing Ferguson down the field. So then you'll be able to hit maybe some big ones with CD. I think offensively, I don't think there's much to worry about. It's the defense for the Cowboys. And if you could get 3 stops tonight, 3 stops that the teams are driving, Raiders are driving, and you get 3 of them, Cowboys win. My prediction. And while we're talking to Cowboys, I'll just put this out here again one more time. Definitely one of the best days of my life.
Oh, see, why are we bringing this up again? I'm moving on. I'm trying to see where Trayvon Diggs is. I don't see him on the injury report.
Tracy's daughter and her boyfriend. Fiance?
What?
Just
boyfriend.
Oh, just boyfriend? All right.
Gee whiz, Jeff, you're really making me sick right now.
So went to the game yesterday and supported Uncle Jeff's Green Bay Packers with a number 12 jersey. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about
that is sad though. My kids are 20, almost 25 and 19, and they've never seen the Cowboys win anything. No wonder they root for other teams. I don't blame them.
What's the year on this thing anyway? On this hat? Can you read it?
Oh boy, that's like hieroglyphics. I mean,
so it's a big game for the Cowboys again. Like I said, the next 3 weeks for the Cowboys, next 4 weeks for the Cowboys is huge.
Well, I mean, and I always hate to say they're must wins, but they are. You know, I mean, your margin for error is razor thin, and they drop this game. What they'll do is they'll keep me interested, but ultimately break my heart at the end.
Right.
Because, I mean, put it this way, and it's sad that I feel this way. Whenever they lose that next game, that's when I start to realize, okay, it's over and I can move on. But a lot of times they keep you coming back, and it comes down to the last week, must win, and they keep you in, and then you lose and your heart is broken. I just want to start healing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
so, Cowboys and Raiders tonight, Monday Night Football, and a couple of things I want to talk about this over the week of this week for football. The Pats look like they're for real.
I tell you what, they do.
May looks like a quarterback. So looks like the New England Patriots are going to be quarterback heavy for the next few years.
I think that Mike Vrabel is the perfect choice for that job.
Yes, I do too.
And I'm so happy for him.
And then the other games that I wanted to talk about, Atlanta was so far ahead of Carolina. Carolina came back and beat them. And then the one game that I was really hoping for this week, and I don't know, I haven't heard any reports as of right now, but Aaron Rodgers broke a bone in his left wrist and don't know if he was going to play. He says he wants to play, so we'll see what happens there. But they're taking on the Bears, and we all know why Aaron Rodgers wants to play the Bears. We all know why.
Because he owns the Bears.
Because he owns the Bears. So let's hope that he comes back and he does the Packers a favor and he beats the Bears this week with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then what was the other one that I wanted to talk about?
Well, for me, man, the Buccaneers-Bills game, I wish I could have watched that. Thank you, American Airlines, for not having the internet on the flight from Dallas to Fort Myers so that I couldn't watch any football. Appreciate that. Thank you.
That was, Josh Allen played a hell of a game. But when you lose, to Tampa, 44-32, I believe.
Yeah.
And, 76 points in that game. What happened to the defense for Tampa and Buffalo?
I don't know, man. I still like Baker, though.
But the one I wanted to get to, and I just found it. What is going on with the Chargers some weeks? Because some weeks they can look like they're beating anybody. And then they go into Jacksonville and they lose 35-6. I don't get it.
They're very inconsistent. They're 7-4, but you don't really know. Just when you think Justin Herbert's going to be the guy and that team's going to be the team.
Right.
And maybe the Jags have their number. Remember, a few years ago, actually, the Chargers. Remember when the Jags were playing in the playoffs and they had like a 28-point lead and the Chargers came back and beat them?
Right.
That was pretty terrible. But I don't know what Justin Herbert and the Chargers are. Yeah, they have a favorable record, but they're not stacking stuff. 1 week, like you said, he's great. 1 week, the Chargers are great. And the next, you don't know.
And then
I will say,
go ahead.
I don't know if you're going to talk about the Rams Seahawks game, but man,
I was going to do.
Yeah, like I said, Sam Darnold, man, maybe he was seeing ghosts again. Didn't he have 4 picks in that game?
Because
4 picks.
Because you really thought that Seattle was the team to beat in the West last couple of weeks. But the Rams came in, Stafford came in and played a heck of a game.
Yeah.
And like you said, Darnold throwing the 4 picks was horrible. So then San Francisco beat the Cardinals out of that division, 41-22. So
you think Kyler Murray's done? Is the era done?
I think so. I think Kyler Murray might be the next quarterback. This is what I think. Either Murray's going to be the next quarterback of the New York Jets, or he's going to be playing baseball next year.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what I think.
Or he's going to be playing video games because you can do that stuff professionally now. So he might just take that up.
So I don't, there's another one that had a rough time with plays, right? That's why they had to put it on the video game, all of his plays.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they told him had it just like a kid. His screen time had to be limited.
Right.
But you know what? The Broncos and Chiefs, man, like I said, it sure does look a little bit scary for the Chiefs, but they always find a way. And yet they're 5-5 right now, which is not favorable.
No.
At all. But you don't know what the Chargers are going to do because they're up and down. Don't really know what the Broncos are going to do. And the Raiders are terrible. So for me, it's primed for the Chiefs to make this another magical playoff run.
It has to start next week, though.
I think we're on the same lines, man. Like, you've got to be playing your best ball right now. And that's why I'm not really excited about what needs to happen for Dallas. The odds are, when their back has been against the wall to play their best ball, I haven't seen them do it in 25 years when they've needed to do it. And here we are. We're with the halfway point of the season. You got to start winning games. You got to win out if you want to make it. You got to start playing your best ball. And, best predictor of the future is the past. All I know is our defense sucks. And I can only hope it's a little bit better. And I think, if they're last right now, if they could just improve to middle of the pack, shoot, we might win out the rest of the games. So I think our offense will be fine. I really do. Now, I don't think that, I don't know. I really want to see something from our defense tonight. Now, granted, here's the deal. It's the Raiders. Let's say they are the second coming of the 85 Bears tonight. It's the Raiders.
Right.
So maybe this is a chance for them to get Quinnen Williams going, get him comfortable and familiar with whatever they're going to be doing.
With Kenny Clark, though, putting those two together. I'll tell you what, the Cowboys the last few years had a rough time stopping the run. Guess what? That's gone. They're not going to have a rough time stopping the run now.
I don't know.
Not with Williams and Clark. So
I mean, it's going to be.
What'll be nice is if one of them can get to the quarterback. Now that you got both of them, maybe one of them can slip and get some hits on the quarterback. That would be nice. But I was going to go back real quick. We're both saying that Kansas City has to start now. Well, now means that they have to play at home next week. against a team coming off a bye who's probably the hottest team in the NFL in the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
And you almost got to think that Carly Ersay is going to have that team ready to go.
I like how you did that. She's coaching them up. Coaching them up, man.
I've never seen an owner. I mean, and Jerry's gotten close, but I've never seen an owner like her where she's got the headset on and everything.
I think she just, from what I've read, she wants to create an environment of accountability. Like if something doesn't work, I don't think she wants to be bamboozled by anyone saying something that diverts attention to the actual problem. She wants accountability.
Right.
And with her being on that headset, she wants to know why this play didn't work or why this guy's playing over this other guy and not trying to meddle. She just wants to know what went down. Because think about this. If you have an owner that's kind of just like Amy Adams, you could probably tell her anything.
Right.
And she would accept that, which judging by the way the decisions that she's made for the Titans the last few years, I don't think she knows what she's doing. Well, on the other hand, you got Irsay. She really just wants to understand what is going on because you're the owner of the team. You want to know what's happening with your business, right? So I have no problem with it. And I think her intentions are good. She's not meddling. She isn't on the sidelines bringing attention, negative attention. From what I can understand from her and what she's doing is she just wants to know what's going on and wants to know what's happening from the top to the bottom and not just be the owner and not be a part of it. And now, does she have this major influence? I don't know. They're winning. They're one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So it's working, whatever it is. And it doesn't seem to be undermining the head coach.
And it don't seem to be affecting the players. The players seem to love her.
But also winning fixes everything. What if they were losing and she's doing that?
Right.
You know? So.
Yeah. So, but it's going to be interesting for the Chiefs. Yes, they're home against the Colts, but the Colts are on a different level right now. Now, the only way that maybe you get on the same level next week is if it turns out to be cold in Kansas City, the start of cold season.
Yeah.
Indianapolis playing inside, but we'll see. So that's this week. I mean, I think the Cowboys tonight, defense is the big part. I think offense, they're going to do what they can on offense. They're going to do a lot of it.
The offense cannot. They have to play a perfect game, and that's what messed them up in the game against the Cardinals.
Right.
They were not this offensive team, and they were playing from behind. They are not built to play from behind because you don't have a defense that can make stops. So if you don't score fast and often, you're going to lose the game.
Right.
And let's see how our new defense works because Gianti is a heck of a running back. You got to stop him. Other than that, I don't see many threats from the Raiders, offensive threats, but you never know. How many times this season have we seen a team and with a mediocre quarterback, a mediocre offense, and they look like the offensive team of the year and NFL's MVP quarterback when you play Dallas? That's just how it is.
Right.
And so with the Chiefs like they are, I know that I said you can't count them out until they're out of the playoff run. Let's just say Dallas plays well, beats the Raiders, somehow beats the Eagles, and let's just say the Chiefs are still around 500 when we play them on Thanksgiving, and we happen to beat them. It will be the Thanksgiving miracle that Dallas could pull it off. If that happens, I may say the Chiefs are done.
Okay. All right.
But at 5-5 right now, the way the Chiefs are, if they continue to win, then you got to worry about it, that they're always going to be hanging around. But maybe somehow Dallas on Thanksgiving can contribute to maybe a little bit of their demise because we need, Jeff, I said it, I think we lose one more game, we're done. I mean, even if we win out, we still might be done.
Right.
But we have to win out. And our Cowboys' backs are against the wall. How well have they responded when they've had to do that? Never. I've never seen them.
Right.
Maybe in the 90s, but I haven't seen it in the last 26 years when they have must-win games, and you got to stack up must-win games. Now, I could be wrong. I'd love to be wrong, but I'm just using, hey, man, they've never done it before. I don't know why they do it now.
Well, they got to start winning tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. I mean, this is the next game. You got to win this one and then not look past anything. And there's no let up in it. They're all must-win games after this. So.
And for the Packers, like I said, for me, if you're expecting a Packer team to come out and be completely different than what they've been the last weeks here, let's face it, this is what, week 12 coming up?
Yeah.
Is that right? Isn't that the big saying that everybody, all the teams, all the coaches, you pretty much know who you are right now?
Oh, yeah. You definitely know who you are.
And I think the Packers, we know what they are. We know it. Now, we can put our blinders on and say that it's the best team, but let's just hold the brakes a little bit, push them down lightly, and let's see what happens the next 3 weeks. Next 3 weeks. That's all I'm saying. Next 3 weeks. And those 3 weeks, I think we're going to get a really good picture of what the Packers are.
Because you got quite the gauntlet.
Yeah.
But you win those out, you can make some ground up.
But I feel better. I feel better this week because we gained a fan. So I feel better about it because we got one extra fan that's going to be rooting hard for my Green Bay Packers. Right there.
The only reason is because of the boyfriend. He was a Packers fan. I don't know how he became a Packers fan.
The only thing I got against him is he's wearing number 10. That's the only
that was a gift. That was a birthday gift.
Oh.
Anniversary gift, I think. Something.
Anniversary gift?
Well, they've been together like 3 years, and it was their anniversary.
Okay. All right.
Don't jump ahead, pal.
I thought, wow, maybe I was wrong then. I should have been saying something else other than fiance.
No, you're fine. Don't say fiance.
Do you have a problem with that, Tracy?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not ready.
Do we need to discuss that a little bit?
I mean, he's a good guy.
See?
I mean, that's all you want is a good guy.
That's right.
It's just scary to think marriage.
Grandpa Tracy then after that?
Bruh. Stop. Oh, man. I need to go to the beach.
Wouldn't that? I mean, come on.
No. Stop.
I mean, Maria would probably want to be called Granny.
I got a grand cat, and we already know what our names are going to be. Cameron, no. Don't even go there. Like, I'm Pop Pop, and she's Meemaw. Maria is Meemaw, and I'm Pop Pop, because we got a grand cat, Nismo. That's all we need is a cat.
Okay.
We don't need any kids.
So you're going to be Pop Pop? Is that a Southern thing?
I guess. I like it. Got a good ring to it.
Meemaw, I know, is a Southern thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, Maria's a Meemaw, and I'm a Pop Pop. So
I didn't know that you would be a Pop Pop.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's cool. That you already know.
It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah. Now we just need like a couple of kids running around.
Stop.
You know the best part, or we're sitting there talking about Cameron, maybe marriage, maybe some kids today. But you know what would be a really sneaky way to just really have this thing really turn is like one day Carter shows up at the house and says, Mom and Dad, I got to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
And he comes out of nowhere with
No. I don't know why you're doing this. We had a big talk about why would you want to send me into a spiral?
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. This is a happy time. This is a happy time.
No. No, we're talking about no. This is no. I think we need to move on.
Do you see that smile? Look at that.
Ugh,
Look at that smile. She's
I see
happier.
it.
She's happier than the boyfriend.
Jeff.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I'm glad it made you happy.
It did. It made me very happy. Very happy. I cried. I actually had tears in my eyes.
I don't know if that's true.
And I said, there's my girl. I always knew that she would come to the good side. Always knew it.
Yeah.
Always had hope, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm still working on Carter. I think that he can be turned over to the Packers.
I don't think Carter even cares much about sports anymore.
No?
No.
I think
over it.
You know, I think he could be brought over to the Packers.
I don't think he cares enough, honestly.
So you look at that, Brian Lally. Go Packers.
Yeah.
That's your boy. Tracy, before Jeff answers this, what are your thoughts on the state of the pack? How far will they go? Time for a coach change or give up play calling, etc. So we pretty much talked about that. I just got to this late. Sorry about that, Bogey. But
I think, we knew Bogey's a good guy. He asked good questions.
Always ask good questions. And I think we hit on that where I'm at. I mean, I would like LaFleur gone too. I'm the biggest one. I want him gone. But again, do it now. Who's going to call the plays? Who's going to take over? Who's going to keep this team motivated? Which I think this team is not motivated. I think that's another. You know, somebody brought up too, Tracy, real quick. They said that the Packers' problem is execution. Okay? So if the Packers' problems are execution, who's at fault for that?
That's the coach.
Because you can't blame it on a quarterback. If the execution is a problem every week, it's not the quarterback's fault. It's the head coach and the coaches putting in the scheme each week.
Right. Yeah, anytime there's a lack of execution, you pretty much blame the coaches.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Real quick on one other thing. Did you see in the Texas game where that state cop from Texas?
Yeah, Texas A&M in South Carolina.
Yeah, brushed
what an idiot.
What happened there?
He was pissed because South Carolina had returned that kick, or it was a pass, 80-yard pass. And it looked like the receiver was hurt. And he was just running into the tunnel. Now, I don't know if he was showboating or what, but I guess the old Texas police didn't like it. And he decided he was going to hit him. And that's like, wow. So the guy got relieved of his duties that day.
That day, right away.
Yeah.
Boom, gone.
As he should. That's stupid. And then Texas A&M ultimately got the upper hand because they beat South Carolina.
Right.
So I think Beamer's done.
And you know who else I think is done? And I know if I have any Texas friends out there, I think Arch Manning is not the guy that they thought he was.
All that Heisman talk.
Yeah. I don't think Arch Manning is the quarterback that I think Arch is worse than Eli. And I never thought that
Eli is good.
I never thought Eli would be a Hall of Famer because I just didn't see him as a Hall of Famer. But, you won two Super Bowls. So immediately
Eli didn't appear to have the physical tools that Arch has. But I don't think you talk about maybe not having it upstairs. Maybe that's it. Maybe I think Arch Manning has all the gifts to be a good quarterback.
Right.
Something's not happening.
Something's not clicking with him. And you could see it. And maybe it's just that whole Texas thing. I don't know. But something's wrong. So, all right, we'll get out of here. I wanted to ask you real quick before you go. You're not at home. We all know that. Where are you?
Yeah. I'm at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida.
Big show tonight.
How about that? It's tomorrow. And we're opening for Keith Urban.
Okay.
And it's for St. Jude. It's like a golf tournament kickoff concert to benefit St. Jude. But you know what? I got this nice room. I got a beautiful view of the beach. And I get all the respect. Look at this. Read that.
What does that say? Put that up a little bit more. A little bit more to the Either you're right, probably. Nope, left. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Right there. All right.
Yeah.
Miss Tracy Broussard. Miss.
I'm not even married.
Can't even find a guy.
I guess I'm a cougar.
Wow. Look
That's
at
the
that.
respect I get.
I hope they
Miss
realize
Tracy Broussard.
that I have a dog named Tracy and it's a male.
Ah,
You know, come on,
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This is a male dog right there.
That's typical.
That little boy
It's
is
like you get
else.
something nice and then you get something bad right after. But I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, there is a topless beach that I plan on hitting as soon as I'm done here. I got my cocktail right here.
All right. Well, we'll let you get to the beach.
Might play some pickleball.
I called you on Saturday. Of course, you didn't return my call.
I was talking to Janet.
It was a very important call.
Yeah.
I know she asked about me. So what did she say? Did she say she missed me?
She did, and she says that your Rhythm Nation membership has expired. So you need to re-up on that.
Oh, man, I do. How was that show?
It was a great show. It was amazing, dude. I love the opening slot because you get to play your show. We played 45 minutes, grab some Coors Lights, watch Janet Jackson, watch my boy J-Rod, her drummer, kill it. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, J-Rod. I know he's not watching, but happy birthday, J-Rod.
Janet, everything that I saw Janet back in the 80s. Is she everything that you think she is?
Oh, she's still killing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looks great. Sounds great. Band was great. It was an awesome time.
Unbelievable.
And guess who was at the show?
Oh, no.
You remember Corey Proctor?
Yeah.
Corey Proctor was there.
Corey got a chance to go.
So we got to hang out. Yeah.
Corey got a chance to go. But your friend didn't.
Right. Because I trust him more than you. And my boys at Big Game USA. Bones Bonio. So Bones, his brother, was the kicker, Chris Bonio, for the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s.
Yep.
And Chris's son, Garen, was there also. Garen was a kicker at Louisiana Tech and also University of Central Florida.
Okay.
And he was there. And it was like his first concert he'd ever been to. And it was a blast. But it was really cool having Corey and Bones and Garen there, chopping it up about football and whatnot. It was a good time, Jeff. I'm sorry that you couldn't make it.
I know. Okay, so next few weeks you got to make your decision because I would love to get Corey Proctor on again if he'd come on. Okay. I've talked to one of our best friends, and he said he's ready whenever we give him the okay to come on and ruin our show. And that, of course, is our buddy Bo Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to come on and talk whiskey.
Yeah.
One thing that he's very
knowledgeable. He knows a lot about.
So we want to talk to him about that. So I talked to him, and he said definitely want to come back on. And then the update, Angie Agar still not responding to us.
It's Annie
Agar.
Get Angie off the brain.
Annie Agar.
Stop thinking about Angie.
Annie Agar does not want to come on our show yet. We need help.
I don't think she doesn't. I don't think she doesn't want to. She just has no idea that we want her on the show.
Well, we want her on the show, everybody. And you got to, whoever watches this, because we're getting 100, 200 views, 300 views later.
We are?
Yeah. And we need to we need to get those 200, 300 people contacting her. All right. Contact Annie.
Yes. Annie, not Angie.
Angie Agar.
No. Angie's down the street. Don't confuse them.
Annie Agar. And let's get her on the old over the line. We got to.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think our overall viewership and our combined intelligence isn't high enough for her to warrant an appearance. It would only be charity. That's the only way.
Well, if you want me to, I can get a hold of Angie too and have her come on if you want. Have her
Now
come on.
I think we'd have a better shot getting Angie on than Annie. Now that would be a show right there, son.
So if you want that, I could probably pull some strings.
I want to know what kind of Thanksgiving plans they got.
We could find out. You know,
Man,
maybe you can fly up here right after Louisiana and hang out.
no, I got stuff to do in Louisiana. We're gonna have the first annual Broussard pickleball tournament, sponsored by Ace, sponsored by Get a Grip, and what is it? Third Shot.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. There we go.
Third Shot. Yeah.
So, all right, well, go find some pickleball on the nude beach there, and
yes, that could be dangerous though.
And then
nude pickleball, I don't know.
And then we'll talk next Monday. Big night for the Cowboys. Big week for the Cowboys because it can get a couple of wins here now. And then for the Packers, next 3 weeks, mark it down, people. Big 3 weeks coming up for the Green Bay Packers. We know who they are.
Got to put on a run. Got to make a run.
And we'll just see what happens with them. And we'll talk to everybody next week, Monday. Anything else that we should know?
No, man. I'm just, like I said, it's beautiful here in Naples. Can't wait to get on the beach, have a cold beer, and see what the Cowboys are going to do.
Looks like that's a pretty big room. Too bad your friend Jeff couldn't have made that show too.
Oh, man. Let's see if I can get you guys to see the view. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my Lord.
Beautiful.
And your buddy Jeff is sitting here in 31 degrees.
And I'm actually sitting here with my buddy Jeff when I could be out there.
Yeah, you need to be out on the beach. All right.
Yeah.
You have a good one. We'll talk next week, Monday. Have a good show tomorrow night.
I'll do my best, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.